but we were down in London all the time at that period. There was people that were trying to manage us back then who were, and there's one guy who ran a record label called Mr. Modo. And we put some records out under a different name called the Lounge Jays on Mr. Modo's label. And he managed the Orb. And he used to take us down to the KLF house. And, this would be like 88, 89.
What's the KLF house?
They lived in a house in Brixton. And
both of them?
Well, they had a studio there.
Right.
And they had the police car in the living room.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know why I sound surprised. That's completely KLF, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's like, how did they get that in? It's like a ship in a bottle.
Yeah.
It's like...
And so, as electronic, doing what you did at that time, had you already, and I guess, you mentioned the Orb there, but had a Chill Out and Space been on the playlist for you guys at this point? Were they albums that you know?
Yeah, it was an idea that kind of came in with that the Chill Out album.
Yeah.
It was like we noticed that they'd actually sampled us in it. It was the first time somebody had sampled us. And there was a sort of sample karma back there, which you couldn't really call it, could you? You know what I mean? But it was almost like an honour to be included in that thing, But it also sampled things like Steve Hillage, on which I was like very versed in things like Rainbow Dome music. And, it was something from 10 years ago. And, so they were a similar age to me and had been on a similar journey through the...
So was he doing System 7 then? Was it System 7?
Yeah, that's right. He started to do System 7, and that was through Alex Patterson of the Orb, and meeting Alex and Youth from Killing Joke. These were people I had a lot in common with in terms of a musical journey. And I've got a cassette at home of Little Fluffy Clouds as a demo from one visit to Putney where they were doing a little bedroom studio.
Wow.
I've got Little Fluffy Clouds as a cassette from that, and
with the Ricky Lee Jones vocal on it.
With just handwritten cassette,
Amazing.
I've got so many mad cassettes. We were going through them recently for somebody who was doing a project on cassettes that have survived, kind of thing. And I've got all kinds of museum pieces on cassette from that era. But we used to hang out in studios and talk about music, and we were trying to do there's always been a fake rivalry between 808 and KLF. There's a couple of music videos where Last Train to Trans Central, there's an 808 kind of banner as the train goes past, kind of thing.
Oh, really?
And then in our videos we have little KLF stickers going past in ours, and we were going to do a big sound clash in at Jodrell Bank, actually. The big radio telescope in Manchester. We had some meetings about doing that back in the early 90s, but I think that was a point when they were winding things down a little bit. So, But there was a sense of the whole country coming together over rave, though. The amount of travelling we did and the friendliness of all the events that you went to.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone was hugging each other, and due to the atmosphere back then, and you'd end up at all these kind of events and break them barriers down. There used to be rivalry between Manchester and Liverpool, and that all kind of dissolved into a love fest. And Manchester Glasgow was always a great alliance, and we'd be up in Glasgow all the time doing events up there, and the whole country came together over rave. Before that there was a lot of colloquialism, really.